Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly Mengshoel. Welcome to my yoga channel and to today's video, which will be a Yin Yoga sequence for the back. You will need a large pillow and a block or something that can be used in place for a block for this video. I'd like you to begin seated, and we're going to start with a small meditation. Sit comfortably, elongate the spine, try to get your ears above the shoulders above the hips. Pull the navel in and lift these muscles up. Close your eyes and take a short moment to go in to your own mind. Everything that you've done before today, everything that you need to accomplish when you're done with yoga, these are the thoughts you need to collect and set aside for the next few minutes. You've assigned this time to practice yoga, so do the utmost best you can to be here in the now. Begin focusing on your breath. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose if possible. Fill your lungs completely full. Empty your lungs completely empty. Your throat is relaxed. Equal deep inhalation as exhalation. And begin following your breath. Perhaps pretend your breath is going up the spinal column like an elevator. It stops for a split second before the breath then goes down the elevator shaft all the way to the bottom. Stops for a split second. Follow your breath up the elevator again all the way to the top. You can even imagine that the elevator stops and you hold your breath long enough that people climb off of the elevator before your breath then goes down, all the way down to the ground. Hold your breath out long enough that people can climb off of the elevator and continue. 6 more rounds. Five rounds. Long, slow breaths with a brief breath retention between each breath. 4 rounds. Use these visualizing techniques to help hold your thoughts in the here and now. 3 rounds left. Two rounds left. Last round. And our first yin pose today is going to be butterfly. You might want your big pillow close by. So in butterfly, you want to put the soles of your feet together. Make sure your knees are comfortable. If you feel discomfort in your knees, perhaps you need to support your thighs with a towel or a blanket. And in Yin Yoga, we're not so interested in trying to get our feet as close to the body as we are in Hatha forms or other yang forms of yoga. Here we're just looking for exactly where our body needs to be. So as long as your knees are comfortable, elongate the spine, fold from the hips, and if you need to use a pillow to support yourself, remember there's absolutely no incorrect way of using all of our support systems, and you can use anything that works for you. It does not have to be a yoga pillow. And close your eyes, go into your thoughts, and we're going to remain here until you begin to realize the spine starts releasing. So now we're relaxing the belly. That navel lock, the Uddiyana Bandha lock is not tight. Relax everything. Relax your thighs, relax your sit muscles. You're probably really feeling it in your lumbar, cruciate again, the lower part of your back. Make sure your neck is completely supported. Eyes are closed. In Yin Yoga, we're looking for darkness and stillness. Stillness of the mind, stillness of the body. We're focusing on our breath. If it's helpful to continue to use the elevator type visualizing as you breathe, then do so. Some people find it's easier just to think breathe in, breathe out. Many like to visualize that they're sitting on the shore of the ocean and they're letting their breath follow the motion of the waves as they roll in and roll back out to sea. Whatever visualizing technique and breathing technique that works for you is absolutely correct in this situation. If after a little bit of time you realize that your body can perhaps melt a little bit deeper into the pose, then do so. But remember, we're not forcing, we're releasing. Relax any area that you're experiencing discomfort. Try to work beyond the muscles to the fascia, the microfascia. Focus is on the breath. We've got about 40 more seconds in this pose. Before you come out of this pose, engage the abs. Pull the navel in towards the spinal column and try to lift those muscles up to support your spine as you then come up and out of your Yin Yoga pose slowly. There's no rushed movement out of Yin. The next pose we're going to do is half butterfly. So feet exactly as they are, navel is still engaged, elongate the spine, rotate your body to one side, and then lie forward. Again, if you need to support the thigh or a knee, do so. Support your head. Use your pillow in whatever means is comfortable for you. Then close your eyes and go into the pose. Find peace. Find contentment in the pose. If you feel nothing, then you need to go deeper. is completely relaxed. Relax the thighs, relax the sit muscles, relax the waist. You might need to move your upper body a little bit more forward or a little bit more to the side to find that exact pressure point or yummy spot, as we often refer to it in Yin Yoga. Right where your body starts experiencing a feeling of tension. We're trying to release that tension. Focus on the breath. The belly is relaxed here. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Sixty more seconds. Thirty more seconds. Focus is on the breath. Relax the areas of discomfort. On an inhalation, first and foremost, pull the navel in to support your spine. Support yourself up with your hands. Come out of your Yin Yoga pose, half butterfly, slowly. And slowly set yourself up to repeat the exact same thing on the opposite side. So the navel is in. Find elongation between all of the vertebrae. Rotate the body. Begin leaning over into your pose. Perhaps your body needs to be a little bit more forward. Perhaps your body needs to be a little bit more back. Support your neck, support your shoulders. Close your eyes. Find peace in the pose. You're looking for discomfort and not for a shooting pain. And no one is perfectly symmetric. So you may in fact feel this completely differently or in a different area from one side to the other. So just be aware, pay attention. If you feel nothing, try to go a little deeper. If you're beginning to feel stress in your shoulders or your arms from supporting yourself up, then you need to make an adjustment with your support systems so that you don't feel that. We're not looking to release tension in our back and create tension in our shoulders. We don't want to fix one thing while destroying something else. So be aware. Make adjustments as needed. The belly is relaxed. The sit muscles are relaxed, the thighs are relaxed. There's zero discomfort around the knees. We're focusing on our breath, in through the nose, out of the nose. Ocean wave movement, ocean rhythm with your breath. The throat is relaxed. No ujjayi breathing for those that are familiar. If after a little bit of time you're able to melt deeper into the pose, do so. But if your body says no today, then the answer is no. Relax the hips. Some of us feel this in the hip. Some of us feel it more in the lower area. Others, maybe it's up close to the shoulder blades. We're all different. Not only that, we all hold tension in our bodies differently from day to day. Every single day, our bodies are changing. Twenty more seconds. Slowly pull the navel in, come up. Remember, we take our time coming out of Yin Yoga poses, and we're going to roll over onto our bellies into Sphinx. So, lying on your belly, take all the time in the world that you need to get into this pose. Your elbows are going to be underneath your shoulders. Palms of your hands are on the floor, and roll the shoulder blades back, press the shoulders away from the ears, relax the sit muscles. Your feet are a little bit apart. We're looking for space between the vertebrae. We don't want a feeling of compression in the lumbar area, in the lower back. So to prevent that feeling of compression, you need to find more space in the vertebrae, and then let your forehead fall down to the floor. Do not relax your shoulders. Don't let your shoulders go up towards the ears. So your shoulders are constantly active here, but you're relaxing your neck. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. Remain here, focused on everything that your body is experiencing while you focus on your breath. It's very easy to get tired in this pose and start letting your shoulders rise up to the ears. Don't let that happen. Your shoulders are active here, but your neck is completely relaxed. Your lumbar muscles are as relaxed as possible. Relax the buttocks, the sit muscles. When we start experiencing discomfort, the first response our body does is tighten the muscles as a preventative strength or as a support system. So in Yin Yoga, you really have to concentrate. You really have to focus to let those muscles relax. Find peace in the pose. Send the breath to the area of discomfort. Now, most of us are going to remain in this position. Those that are feeling absolute nothing, feet a little bit farther apart, hands straight, and rotate your hands so that your pointer fingers are pointing to 12 o'clock. Both pointer fingers are pointing to 12 o'clock. So straighten out the elbows, elongate the spine, press your shoulders down, relax the buttocks, relax the head. So you're either in the previous pose, Sphinx, or now you're going up to seal pose. Those even more flexible can slowly begin walking your hands closer to your body. Relax the butt. Elongate the spinal column. Let your head hang down. We're going to remain here for 2 more minutes. Focus is on the breath. A really good breathing technique here. Arwan Warhan, number 8, visualizing. So, if you visualize that your breath comes up over the belly from the pubic bone, in through the neck, up over the back of your head to the tip top of your body. Hold your breath for a split second and then release the breath down across the face, in through the neck, around the back of the spine, around the tailbone, the coccyx bone. Hold your breath out for a split second before you then inhale again from the pubic bone, up over the belly, in through the neck, up over the top of the head. Breath retention for those that are practicing that. Exhale down the face, in through the neck, along the back of the spinal column, around the tailbone. Breath retention. Continue. Those that are pregnant are not practicing breath retention. Those that are pregnant are not holding these poses near as long as the rest of us. Listen to your body. Fill your lungs and empty your lungs. Yin Yoga is not actually recommended for those that are pregnant. Relax the lumbar. Don't let your lumbar area compress. 30 more seconds. Ten more seconds. Slowly, very slowly, pull your belly in, come up onto all fours, big toes together behind you, and press your sit bones down as close to the heels as possible. You may need your big pillow between your heels and your sit muscles. Arms are straight, extended child's pose. Relax the forehead down towards the floor. Maybe you can rest it all the way onto the floor. Elongate the arms out from the shoulders. You want your body to be as flat to the floor as possible, and you're wanting to search for space between all of the vertebrae. So use your hands against the floor to press the sit bones back. At the same time, elongate the spine so that the top of your head is reaching towards the thumbs. Completely relaxed into extended child's pose. And slowly come up into sitting. Now we need our block, or whatever you're going to use in place of a block. And you're slowly going to come down to lying on your back with your knees bent. Very slow, subtle movements. Keep the belly firm anytime you're moving. And hip flexor stretch is what we're going to do now. Lift on an inhalation the buttocks up and place a block under the sacrum area. So I don't want this in the lumbar area of your back. I want it right underneath the bones where your two hips meet, not in the lumbar, right under your butt in the sacrum area, and straighten out your legs. This is a hip flexor stretch. If you're not experiencing enough stretch here, then you need to adjust your prop or find a different prop. Legs are straight to experience the most difficult point of this pose. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. The closer together your feet are, the more difficult it is. The wider apart they are, the more comfortable it will be. Remember, we're not looking for comfort. We're looking for that point where your body starts reacting, saying, I do not like this. I would very much like to come out of this, but I can stay here if I have to. And I'm breathing rhythmically. I am full control of my breath. I'm not in so much discomfort that I'm holding my breath. That fine line between pain and discomfort, that's where your yoga pose begins. And that's when you start working with your mental and your breath techniques to find peace in the pose. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. Again, this is a hip flexor stretch. A lot of times, the soreness in our backs comes from the tightness in our hips or in our shoulders. Eyes are closed. Fill your lungs, empty your lungs. If at any point you need to go deeper into the pose, do so. Relax the muscles. Focus on the breath. Constantly come back to your breath when you begin to realize that other thoughts are coming to mind. Sixty more seconds. Relax your shoulders, try to relax the neck. Your head is not on a pillow. Feel the stretch in the hip flexors, the front of the hips. Try not to let the lumbar, Korsryggen, lower back area compress. Find space between the vertebrae. If you're finding it difficult to breathe, lift the chin up to clear the passage. And slowly bend the knees. Firm the belly before you come out of this pose. Pull the navel in. At the same time, squeeze your sit muscles to protect the hips and the spine as you lift the buttocks up and remove your support. Slowly, gently come down. Take all the time in the world that you need coming out of Yin Yoga poses. There's zero rushed movements. Bend your knees, slowly pull them towards the spine, little by little. Be very patient with yourself. Most of us are experiencing little discomforts in our spine now, and when your spine starts adjusting and coming back to normal, if it feels good to you to lift the head up towards the knees, do so. Place the soles of your feet on the floor. Lift the buttocks up again and set the lower vertebrae down towards the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Try to get the entire lumbar of your back down onto the floor. Straighten your legs and cross the right foot over the left ankle. Right foot over the left ankle. Straighten your arms behind your head. Lock your thumbs. Arms behind the head. Give yourself a good stretch. Try to press the lumbar down to the floor now. Your arms and your shoulders go towards the left, and your feet also go towards the left. Your shoulder blades and your hip bones are relaxed against the floor. Don't let one shoulder blade or one hip lift higher than the other. Banana pose. We're only going to hold this for a few breaths. Your hands and your feet are as close to one another as possible. And slowly let your body come back into place. Your legs straighten back out. Cross the left foot on top. Thumbs are locked again. Big stretch. Press the lumbar down and start walking your feet and your hands towards each other on the left. Don't let that left shoulder lift up. Keep it. Both shoulder blades as close to the floor as possible. You're moving not just your hands, not just your feet, but both the feet and the hands towards each other. A few more breaths here. Relax the pose slowly. Shoulder blades flat on the floor. Again, if you need to bend your knees, lift the buttocks up and set the lumbar vertebrae down, closer to the floor, before you then straighten out your legs, feet a little bit out from one another, arms out from the body, palms up. Close your eyes and take your rest. Breath now is back to a normal, spontaneous breath. With your eyes closed while you're resting, with your breath back to your normal breath. I'll take this time to thank you for watching my video. Thank you for practicing with me. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and it'd be great if you subscribed. I'll see you next time. Namaste.